was strictly unfiltered. Kwama daho yasat na say the second edition ena yede ebro fiano. Aha Afro City Unfiltered Sports. And then I'm honored to have and I mean say a Fox Sports extension and yeah no aha. Ken Pfizer aha and Andy Carroll so aha. Yeah, Rem Ghana Premier League March the 31. Yeah, bought 29, but yeah, 31. When we sports guys, so we didn't change no ebebreye ewofia. Of course, Kumasi Asante Kotoko, the next CEO and send seven and ne ekodi ha kakra na aba ha ise anwonafo asa na ko na china aba na nim and ne the latest asat and ne 2nd of May 2026 e hwan na ekwama no touch base with that. Of course, yentimi metena ha enka ball asem without talking about Champions League. And I don't know Arsenal about 1-1 and Bayern Munich nso ko digu ye PSG for fee of course. Hu the two teams qualify from these stars. My mema mpanyifo akwaba. First of all, Ken akwaba.
Nazil. Joso.
Yeah. I
It's good to be here.
Oh, media also.
Media it's good to be here. So, my help from afar for a very long time. Our content in the agro.
Yes.
And of course,
that's it.
It's good to be here.
Okay.
Yeah. I hope say ends on her.
Yeah, better also fire more. Sure. Mama Andy akwaba, Andy Carroll there. I think about this time lawyers be Jinan so Andy akwaba.
Black man.
It's you for after omatonka Fox FM.
Sure.
Analysis no pai go more kama. We are glad to have you here.
Sure.
But the early topics ni go na Ken, early remarks before we zoom in. And we are touching base straight. Your early remarks.
Yes, of course. In some Kenya, I think we will have a very good discussion and eventually the reason why certain decisions should be made.
Yes,
regarding Asante Kotoko.
Yes.
And of course, eventually the reason why the Ghana Football Association should take some steps. Maybe a league na dro no ehia se ye me ye ne kwate so oba fa afuru na wanya bosom enkro na aka ne na wotwe be mienu no wakọ oye bema that time u didi kra won tonam because unim de beba aha se bia to da na so that is the stage I also see in the your league, and so we will
stretch more on that.
Of course, and we will call the FA to monitor certain games.
Yes, of course. Yes. Crucial games.
I'm telling you. And of course, the Champions League, interesting. 5-4, 1959-56, 1959-60. Now Frankfurt share Rangers 6-3 in the semi-finals of the European Cup. After that, semi-final game bien where
produce that goals.
Of course.
Okay, that's it.
Everybody him kakra.
Andy, your early remarks. But him fan person be touchy.
Blog ebeshe kwaka Kotoko see and it's football that we are talking about. And Yakasi will be manager a football club or run the day-to-day affairs of a club. Any joke, any good so yebeshe let's start bar we say we zoom into it now share who is
who they say
yes near demon come out with the Ghana Premier League baby anki dream the business end of the league.
Yes,
business in the sense that sporting wise baby Edwin no say any breba because a league are just 2 points separating the other top in the second position. No me no na ekwa akobo I was saying at least an interesting game but yenya more ball no and same baby in free in China but still we will have to analyze the games.
Of course.
The Ghana Premier League in so mun komo. The Champions League yebedi mun komo. Omo say now we yefe now we nyefe. Yebesua there we will learn why interesting fixtures in the Champions League semi-final. And indeed 4 teams be share the reason why team be drew this stage. So yebedi mun komo. Na ya hebe be betimi de no siba akwakоси ba Kotoko in particular.
Of course, Kotoko. Yes, you delve more into Asante Kotoko. Yes, the football capital. Ebedi nkomo more right away. Yen semre meba Ken ho Now, per starting off with this one. Yen clear few amanone insensem no in free ho. The English Premier League, we free me.
Of course.
Yeah, ask now, mini hoba, many sympathy before them say, oh, my bre. Yeah. No, you bet now say pape, man. I think say no, bobo, and I say,
yeah,
I'm going to full of
more born in
born in I hope say, obe explaining the reason why it's Arsenal. Ebeje, I don't know, your person Arsenal, Janaza or the other.
Well, minya say Arsenal League na me pe.
Yes, ometi magic.
Omo betimi.
From
where I sit, I don't see Man City winning the rest of their matches. Yes. That's how I feel.
So you think Arsenal will win?
Inti the only way Arsenal betimi League, you know, from where I sit, yes, Arsenal should win the rest of their games. So Arsenal to me winning the rest of their games are. Me who say they win the league. They will win it with points.
City drop it.
That is
what
exactly.
Okay.
Me where City matches now. Matches are the total Arsenal the one City the near din and mammy. But Man City after match day 33 BN Pep Guardiola lose league their mobia. Say Man City drew match day 33. Now or the first or the Premier League or any other league from the La Liga to the Bundesliga to the Premiership. Match day 33. Say Pep a team that's right no. And more rain fi say match day 33. Na Pep the team Man City that's right.
Hey.
Na points ni pet. Goals pet. Goals difference 37. But Man City no actually 66 goals. Na Arsenal actually 63 goals. Yeah, so the goal difference, goals scored. And your goal difference, a goal scored. The difference the goal difference exactly. The goal scored near 63. Now Arsenal there 63 na Arsenal Man City 66. So that difference, you know. And now Man City be that's row.
Okay.
So see our Premier League table now Arsenal signed that row, but we bought a game ahead of Manchester City. So it says Man City about the match now. And on to say 1-0 crown and Kobesa be that's row.
Yeah.
With the goals for.
No?
Because Arsenal is 64 goals. Yes, about 64. And the Man City 66. The Man City bought one game and then only Arsenal be pepe on matches or be that's row. So Pep Guardiola and lose league and from my coach be after match 33. So that's right. Okay. Man City to me winning 15 matches on the trot at the league. When it comes to the business end of the season. So all these things, Cheryl said, Pep Guardiola and Manchester City, what it takes to win the league. And Mikel Arteta, man to brepa April, finish April mo. Okono by man sir, April and the matches. While winning the war from bar.
Yeah, into a year no free.
It is a you're free April and you come me. So Cheryl said, I see Arsenal winning the rest of their games, like I said. But at the end of the last 7 matches are Arsenal, but match 1-1 or none.
Yeah, goals almost no.
Yeah, starting season, you know. Arsenal no team 4, 5, 3. Not Arsenal elbow ball no shegua.
No more.
Say set piece or the best show. The more beer if you say Arsenal the ball on top for man winning bopper. They were better at the start of the season. Mutim ball I know my question.
Yeah.
When they come to the set piece, they are there. And of course, BBI they should go Arsenal no team they should go. But they say no, the team not lack confidence. Yes. That's the only fear I'm a But I still think say Arsenal can still win the league if they keep 100% record in the rest of the games. Okay. So now I'm say Fulham. Emma Renfrew said they are playing today. Man City be watch now.
Yeah.
So just said they can go 6 points clear. Not pressure, not be Manchester City. So. But I just feel say Arsenal should win the league. Yes. And probably go to the Champions League final and we see what will happen.
Yes. Yeah. Quick one. Andy, touch base with the English Premier League, Arsenal especially versus Manchester City competing for the ultimate. Quick one.
Blog, say we are Arsenal fan. They were expecting say your team will win this season's league. In a sense that the last 3 seasons were the second 3 times. And see a ball league and a ball competition biana you drew final now honma now to also 3 times at the end they said the 4th time you win it.
Yeah.
But block there's one thing with Arsenal And Sadia na Pep Guardiola will be a Arsenal and Mikel Arteta in. That's the experience in winning the English Premier League. Because this is a coach on the 10th season, and out of the 10 seasons, we're winning titles in the 7. It's only Antonio Conte, Jurgen Klopp, and Anna Slot Naji League every Pep Guardiola and 7.
Wow.
And Commander Aid in the first season, Conte, that was the first season ever. And a club so building a formidable side. Although Pep dominating, by the Drew baby, not Pep intimidating beam. And Anna Slot last season came and won the league. Okay. And this way, Mikel Arteta, Obubusa say what Anna Slot won a special. We knew Timmy the league in the jail. As a coach, there are a lot of things that was all the child boys, and at this stage, Obian himself, Pep Guardiola is the master of this stage. And you drew baby say you're on the nimbo. Again, so on a transfers or any January transfer window now. And now I hear BB Adiama Manchester City. Because all her nature one it was Ruben Diaz, Stones in Shedan Nyefetsa. Kusanov, this is the best season I'll buy City Obo. So now I was say Onyo Obibeka Kusanov, no team make sure say defensively Obey solid. He went to Air Crystal Palace, confirm Mark Gay didn't buy, and Mark Gay in the Kusanov Peno, I is superb. More again, any more no. Only say at a point, Ellen Holland goes number, Salvin Oba goes number. Jeremy Doku said the name no name said that nya clinical or anymore. Why na also Kofaneba? He went to Bournemouth, Kofa Ghana and Antoine Semenyo didn't buy. And Semenyo buy no compliment Ellen Hala Bebrebe. Because starting and although the past 3 matches performance but starting and you could clearly see say yes, this is a January transfer signing now. What make it instant impact? So Guardiola strengthen the team no. Whilst Guardiola has strengthened the team now at the business end of the season, all born home injuries are affected Arsenal. Bukayo Saka fit. He's their main man. For the past 3 seasons, come on now, you always talk about their center back pair of William Saliba and Gabriel Magalash, Obo David Raya, the goalkeeper. But one player why key at their mom is a certain Bukayo Saka when it comes to giving numbers. This season on Shadanya fit. Saka na enimni. Koto Jokeres the never idea. But anytime Kai have a Jina Park, you who say Arsenal performing well compared to Victor Jokeres. Although Jokeres were numbers, but a branch I friend Kai have it more different level of the game or happy game. No matter the Mikel Arteta person to me, she Mikel Merino. At a point, emuya dia free bench ball beshe. You not start as a force 9 and was sign injuries. Arsenal team ni pa. Even no much though. Saliba and Magalash now we yaba. Now he left back on him. Calafiori was the first starter. Opera in Capie Nebo says here. Jurien Timber started season no Bopa at the right back on the sweat me aqua. So while City any form, Makofa players are shiny team Arsenal also injuries at home. But Mikel Arteta any excuse this time around. I am one of those individuals I said Mikel Arteta this time around there's no excuse. Yes, because and a slot curfew baby about GB now Timudia. They open Arsenal
also
yes, they open because you best start season on paper. Arsenal acquired the best squad in terms of depth. And I'm sorry almost starting lineup. Now almost bench and the performance and I say Champions League 13 matches, Rennes 10, I draw 3. Bayern are able to Arsenal scored them 3 Emirates. So perform so well. But I drew baby I was see a gym crew name why I did the man. I
why out the more explanation out there based on any City comparison. What's the injuries at home? Why don't you hold brave for them with that regard? Say injuries at home. Season, you're the first half of the season, or complementary squad now, one complement. Okay, and there's how one
because in the summer transfer window, signings.
I don't know, or did you on the bench?
Yes, because so Gabriel now Saliba. Calafiori can play as a left centre back. Maybe I'm a Galashibon. Calafiori beat me abo. He can also play as a left back. Calafiori can also play as a defensive midfielder. Because free ball but no yes man the mom. Who was Julian Timbo as a centre back, right back also bet me as Obama. Ben White is also a honum. 3 seasons now, can Ben White was instrumental in those 3 seasons. This time around, Julian Timber, Bajan, what the young say yes, quality will bench. Miles Kelly or left back, Calafiori or Okofa Piero Hincapi on loan from Leverkusen. On one, so Hincapi and Timisabo as a centre back. So why should they know why you be again? They know be can say Martin Odegaard on a proper playmaker or a transitor or your mom on the born and Nantinibi. But in terms of creativity, on Shada Nisru Bebrebe, to say Bruno Fernandes Majuma. Omoya de my friend Manchester United. You went to Crystal Palace, brought in a better Eze. Watch it at a consistent level. It will league chronemu. Into on shada mission before league now waba and wako fan the number. So on any excuse. You went to Portugal, Okofa the Tasa Portuguese top scorer in Vitor Jokeres. And I had buy Kai Havertz so on man who ye man come so I thought I coach on ultimately hold the breath and famano.
Okay.
Because they also had my coach be a man the edge man. Arsenal timid ya add a man so fany edge man. And baby I agree na only city ne go toe to toe la. Uye coach, uye player. Anytime Arsenal game since Omni City be a pen, ya hear supporters ni di me na. She coach no. She so mo concede goal. She players ne kwampo. The omu ne say adan the AC imprensa ne be say and that fear no. Yes, they always want to be perfect. And in football, who try so be perfect errors in kwana. And nas na omu sisi. But City for no more side we be that. Say players nina ehun bi bebre ba coach no 10 seasons ni waji 7.
Yeah.
And just a lot of experience. Mikel Arteta bebre. But I want Arsenal to win.
And technically, that's your want. Yes. That's emotion speaking.
Yes, but
on paper, data,
realistically, I don't think.
But still, can I just say, statistically, like we games now can all the data, all the fact takers are still now Arsenal with that edge, you know.
All the matches in just I make sure say this is a City Open League. He went to Liverpool and won against.
Okay.
He went to Stamford Bridge and won against a team and friend Chelsea. Arsenal not in pre league, you know. He won against Arsenal. And the other now catch him say matches now can no the City. He won against the team on the compete. Or Bridge and so share Chelsea. Or Anfield ko share City. And when Pep Guardiola wants to win the league, say no ya the no AJ league no the ko. Yes, when the season you. We were all complaining Pep Guardiola didn't start well. Me say this will be in the worst season comparing to the first season, you know. But say waji EF on this or FA Cup final. He's on course to win a EPL.
FA Cup final.
Yes.
Chelsea the Blues here. Chelsea the Blues.
Since Tuchel share no Lisbon share.
Yeah, kind of for FA Cup bi o ba be fa. Yeah, last year na dey kwa
go. O last year dey be go so. But Callum McFarlane and coach touch lies here come final against Pep Guardiola.
Oh, football mun sem.
So team an start here no. Now you bet me we know winning domestic titles.
Hey. Yeah,
so this is the coach.
But for you, Arsenal is winning there.
I will want them to win.
And but, it is happening.
But
you don't see it happening.
Yeah, dear, realistic.
Huh?
No.
Andy.
Pep Guardiola at this stage. Onim say he just needs to win and win better. Okay. And parameters now the other two on them goes for Obabenj. Head to head the corner. He went to Emirates and drew. Obasha it yard. Into the last parameter I had to no and no crown will be two. Wash goes chill. Arsenal is having a very solid defense. In the City are conceding baby. But I heard goals for now. City are baby. So considering all these parameters, my City games now can when they want to win the league. Baby, I don't know. Edru baby na Arsenal and I was say on pay league no the check. But I say City Nempo the master.
Yes, see I've done it. City Nempa.
But you know something. Matches now can. Arsenal can 3 matches. So 3 teams now can now should be the first one.
Yeah.
The offer points in there just will be back and front.
Yeah, 6.
But Aston Villa share Man City in the first round. And Aston Villa will picture them. Everton will ho. Bournemouth will ho. Brentford will ho. These are matches
12 games.
Although because a Man City to make a 10 and win matches, really? But these games
easy.
Easy.
Thank you very much.
You get the point. Easy. So with matches we metena here omo first leg they see na me second leg na me ball na omo ball na na me hu ni say So Arsenal person J League now. They should win their winning the matches now. May I have the belief say even if it is the last day, Aston Villa will shock Man City.
Yes, exactly.
Aston Villa will shock Man City.
This whole thing, no, can they say as a the whole nature, the universe is backing us now.
Of course, and you know what? The final game of the season, Ebedwana Liverpool put to a chase on Aston Villa. The Aston Villa be here points.
A point.
Sana mihunu.
Yes.
Mihunu say at the final day of the season, no, Aston Villa will need a point to cement their position in the Champions League.
Yes.
And matches now, Arsenal be bono. Oshe Burnley, Oko, West Ham United, baby or day, West Ham.
That West Ham game is a tough game.
Of course, I know.
Because
I think that's the only tough game.
That's what I see. Relegation. And the Fulham no more can Arsenal win Fulham. Oh yeah, the Arsenal win.
On Shebe 4.5.
On Shebe. The rest of the games for Arsenal, don't expect more goals. Arsenal check in the rest of the games, the 2. But they will make sure that they will get the 3 points. Yes. But Man City, there no, and that means that they won't ye. Like, Andy Kano, of course. Osha Halana, ni goals no mbabiu. Yeah. Halana him no, yes, I need him. Halana share 24 goals. Who say average season for him? Yeah. Because he no 30 goals plus per season. Into the matches now, Kano. It is some and your money, Ryan Cherky. So what were the last 5 matches of Man City? Ryan Cherky. Cherky na for team no. Yeah. And that is a whole or a mark of a title winning side.
So I France ni
for a while who number 10 onimbo ne bot se Cherky.
Akware ni mbo.
Once ono na ye tete for 10 ni bi. Ball juggler.
Say ye Pep Guardiola na say. Pep na say Bernardo Silva. Ko boss ah.
Yes. Bernardo
ball na.
Yemfa ball ni ndi agro.
France for World Cup no.
Of course, France then they are, but you know, Pep Guardiola was the template I name na as Pep. Doku timeje ball na Pep jino ehwe no. No take it on 1 2 3 4. No either say wa pass and was say no. And any problem for him. Yeah. Because he wants to win. Yeah. Now, ni bibia just win. You get it. Ankanina Pep Bernardo Jebo I saw pass it. The ball here, yam pass more. Pass say assassin just win. Ntina say menyo Jebo no the two mrika the open akwa ye. Nti say just win ka goalkeeper Donnarumma on go fa no. Because Donnarumma ntimi mfa na 9 ball. So when said this season just win season. Yeah. You are making sure say they only want their points. But I see still they will drop points.
They will drop points.
Yeah. They will drop points.
And they think otherwise. Well, then go home.
Aston Villa.
We'll come back to that.
2022, City came back from 2 goals down. Liverpool.
This time around, Open Champions League about City
in Super League.
Open League. They will sit what the bed there. Energy different.
They have invested so well, and they had a manager who building a better project. Me no be a say Guardiola is a checkbook manager. No. Yeah, who coaches baby by our top players we are seeing moment.
I disagree. January, clear example. The January window. Last season, Arsenal almost the same position. They wanted the striker to win the Champions League. Arsenal almost semi-finals of the Champions League last season. Omu game against Madrid, no koko in the back. Midfielders in the year, man. Omu game against PSG. Who said they just lacked someone to put the ball at the back of the net. That striker. Until your carriers no my fan this time, no. I thought say now it's a mismatch or wrong transfer because me only said some fan last year January. Come the Champions League. That's how I feel because what Michel Madrid home and away. Come PSG at the Champions League.
Of course. Quick one. Yeah, that's it. English Premier League in the we'll come back to it. Nah, I'm on for my message. Say Massa, yemrefie, but yentimi fie without touching base with Champions League. And it is the Premier League. Champions League, we having last 4 teams. Na momo who or more qualify. The 2. Now one moment who the obeje. And also Arsenal stand the tower now. Arsenal ATM. Arsenal because we yine free. Na Bayern Munich PSG. Oh, Germany. Who my general impression.
Quick one. I'm just doing me be quick. And there may any games in me open.
Still open.
Open.
Ubia 9
open. Senka Arsenal game no. And Arsenal winning the first leg. Okay, the
1-0
second
now.
leg by a draw. Because baby Arsenal do how to manage the games no. I mean Yapon here.
Yeah.
Do ko home Newcastle game now ya. Almost say 1-1 no. Make sure say omo dey no abepon. Na me nso no gujam. Na omo dey apon. So that is how I be. And we who say omo dey Atletico second leg no. Still 50-50. Champions League now we go be anya adwuma. Nti nyese wakoba 1-1 ni. We started from scratch. Look at how omo Leverkusen boys. So because you said that game no, e be produce home and away be produce less than 3 goals out be jedi. But it produces less than 3 goals. That's a goal. Arsenal go say 1-0 ball draw. No Leverkusen on Sporting rather. On Sporting. Okobo draw no be say no 1. On Leverkusen we imagine or they 1-1 be say 2-0. Inti these are matches you will not expect more goals. And the game never be so Emirates no. E be na game na call extra time. But I see Arsenal qualifying. Arsenal be final of the Champions League. Obeko. That one, I'm very sure. Because some more squad depth change Atletico Madrid. Yeah. They control the game at the Real de Metropolitano. Control game, no. They had chances and not going to that win a game, no. And Bukayo Saka be ball kakrebi and Obenya 3 successful dribbles, more than any other Arsenal player on the field. About just 20 minutes. So started second leg, Emirates. We say and Yama Besasa. Arsenal team, no. After say Andy Ka injuries, no. Adia bakwa this time around, discuss the title race in your manema. The bench warmers are more Arsenal. Ubeka Leandro Trossard, and say Janadum, Noni Madueke, and Yakra, and Fa, and these are players and Kabukayo Saka niwa. You expect Noni Madueke to perform. Say Martinelli Husua, you expect a certain Trossard to fire up and help the team. And a be a hard team no for now. So I just think Arsenal will beat Atletico Madrid in the second leg and qualify to the final. And then Man City may come Man City because I see Bayern and PSG, say the Man City like second leg. The Man City like second leg near the only in the first leg. They'll just open up and play. Yes. But I'm expecting team Bia be less than 2 goals in that game. Because Obia kwa kusua de. The omu ina kwa ye be ye den na ye consider 4 or more. Yeah. Because Bayern consider 5, PSG consider 4. They will not consider that much anymore. Game we be game on be trust on be close to spaces. Normal for the details in the game to win the match. And it is good advantage for PSG. I'm telling you. So game ni draw. We PSG team now. On Champions League knockout phase. And more rain say the league phase starting from last season. There's no knockout tie or drop back okra. PSG on drop any knockout tie. Show be okay. Last season, show be home and away. And all the coach. This season or starting knockout, I home and away, including Liverpool. And what they be do baby I do. And what's your first leg? You free the group stages by the league phase. I started last season. The aggregate score line in the Champions League knockout phase in Kwan 43-12. Wow. Teams now normal born. 43-12. Indeed. Say they will try to win this leg. And Adeba in the first leg. He said a call to that disadvantage of Bayern here, the absence of Visa Company on the bench. Company no ni honti. And Nyama bi wo honoma. Aaron Danks intimi nyane said the company be no. This time around company be bench. And Emma Renfrew said Leonard Carr back. That boy is a gem. The first leg, adia me hu ye ne say Edru baby. Na the laterals edema PSG ball money more. Starting of the second half, the first 15 minutes, from 46 minutes to 68th minute. PSG laterals, Hakimi and Nuno Mendes ball money more. Because now Luis Diaz and Michael Olise no more that. They were sleeping. And that's why 3 goals, quick. It's me by man year 5. Right? 2 goals rather. Man year 5. And a year 5, any other manager could have protected the 5 goals. Except Luis Enrique Ofiso with Masha Boa account. manager bia 5-2 no go be make sure say obe hold the game no obe control game no and match and so already second half no Bayern the ball ni nyina they controlled everything even when PSG was scoring them normally they control game omo je ball no mba na counter attack na PSG da kwa kwese omo PSG goes in na ye counter attack ombe kono na either say Afonso Davies and say bia Conrad Lehmann ni ho or Joseph Stanisic ni onom da fa onom akwa kwese and the second leg the coaches will work on distance me who say a very close game a to say Bayern and Madrid second leg no Allianz Arena once game ni ye close say red card Kamavinga edi free game no ma Madrid be yi Bayern
yes
come do mbeko extra time no ma ko yi o ma free what they were doing was just controlling the spaces we job on them Bayern Munich there was no way a Bayern non ko be go with the 11-11 there was no way enti Kamavinga Bayern mu na me unsa manfo be di na tem yes or committee silly errors but the referee in my opinion had it wrong player or the yellow card nan ke be warning so we share video ni din a o man yellow card o man is yellow ni wie no it was Joshua Kimmich the Russian with the 2 yellow cards and the referee was o man yellow no show ni sa o kire say why yes I had 2 it was not the yellow cards ono no kire say why incident ni sa 2 and o man yellow card and a Bayern players and Russian chance and yeah we di
yellow card
second yellow and sana o yellow na man into the yellow card no the man Kamavinga no the second yellow no obi agra hu yellow no it was a red card and a camera capture you get it so I think say referee no hu ni senko yellow card and ke bi obe warning no nko man sending off no and Kamavinga ba mu no look at the minute oba mu the Madrid started controlling the game in terms of spaces not the ball
free ma baby free
muna
baby free na kwa stop ball ne the ball ne fire
simple so the second leg ni sana me hu no be very close game mo be expect 5-4 ni biu abroso 2-1
the second leg on analysis I we share go hold it appears say me hu team a hu say between PSG and Bayern Munich why team na mu odu I say oh PSG kakra
me hu PSG say omo wo de ko final ni biu
ba Bayern team no and the mu odu chen
Bayern share goals time obie di obetimi aye bia but said them de Madrid ne
very close
Bayern de ne ye mfantom ma no obi anim say Bayern ko wie Madrid second leg no say this year and PSG so obo home na wanya scoreline no more goals wanya goals ni bebre okwa we anotim bopa say PSG lose to Liverpool first leg last season 1-0 oba Anfield obetete Liverpool
and or 10 in your
mind
or the different energy
they are very good omokwa away na results no in favor omo PR and 5-4 bia because a Bayern were advantage I see PSG qualifying yes on based on the daho but say me mu dia me feelings there come nya na nka company aje treble no because I think say or yes I na e be more limelight on the black coaches. Last time no be din come I was saying say company a black coach no say they bonya black and the ref say there are two different things African ne black so ne difference obi betima ye black but onya African and obi betima ye African but onya black someone can be an African no onya black like Mo Salah or African onya black obi nso betima ye black but onya African to say Rhys James also tracing the route are black but when African Thierry Daniel or black but when African Ian Wright we know blacks but they are not Africans so as for black coaches I want them to get more jobs to say the only African coach or put 2 African coaches on the map here Habib Beye of Olympic Marseille because it's easy say ubenya an African coaching elite club
of France
coachy René and Sake no obefa Marseille job no after of course so he's moving and obetim the Omabo Champions League that's what I see so the Omabo Champions League is very good for the African coaches so based on that I have some level of sympathy for Visa Company and I think say or Champions League na treble no the obefa so Champions League na be me de but baby I'm attending the analysis na to who who's a PSG
firepower.
They'll qualify. They'll qualify.
PSG will qualify.
Yeah, will qualify.
Oh,
Yeah.
well. Yeah, that's it on that. Quick, Andy.
Look, the thing is, we PSG ni Bayern Munich, two teams they played to complement their weakness. Because two teams no more strength pass or PSG team now. You talk about the attack of Desiree, Icha Haraskelia, Ousmane Dembele. They're not behind the midfield of Vitinha, João Neves. Fabio Ruiz share Daniel fit this season, sir. Tiwaren Zaire Emery Nebo. But this one say team na ya dia openyi Louis Enrique abuild dia to other than team. I said Georgian club Jenibi. Obi free chain ba o share dem who say we dey onye player or start baby because a team a wa share the system no dia to other. The template no also the ohiane say odo you ba be shame no a kire na adwuma a onye no aye dia ma no. Louis Enrique and Pep Guardiola has the same style. But the only difference is Pep Guardiola will score you and control. Say Pep Guardiola and share Bayern Munich 5-2. Benya 3-goal interval. Now he will make sure he will control the game.
And maintain the score.
But Louis Enrique and say, so when you be say or shower, or be show bebrebe no ako. And whilst you are doing that, also already team now on an born to say, and also strength here day. This is a team and anyone no firepower no was through bebrebe. Hurricane is scoring for fun. Yes. Luis Diaz, as a young nana, Ubakas were outcast in a way where Liverpool and person
you see that, Luis Diaz.
Shemaiki Olisi. This is a boy just recently Crystal Palace nana obo. Never ball or no sobo. And strikers win and as attackers win. So no more ball. Now it's me Rome team ni 5 goals. The tennis at least who make sure say over control the game no stabilizer or midfield no make sure say game na nkasa wa na obebo no but Louis Enrique and Pep Guardiola in the early stages Guardiola na share 5 there's no coming back for you about frustrate you about control the game na boni nyina ti Madrid for anybody bia o metwitwa o sa ono anu no pe o sha wo wi a o ji ball no abo but Enrique ntisa and e dey affecting no first leg I know the level no baby he will learn a lot going into the second game. But I don't expect Enrique to change anything in terms of so continental and I say Guardiola didn't be engine controlling because only the strength on any one. And then will be other born be money bias will be able say. And young one say about game where not two teams not attackers will be contributed to a goal. It's just a power strength, no. But two teams no so weakness. Hey,
defense. They concede.
Because Upamecano and Jonathan Ta, they be there. Can say Upamecano dear. Minim ne passport na boa no. Because the BBL 2 say castle Upamecano Caribbean, Congo passport, Guinean passport, and answer African. Bad say Obenya.
You are not being fair.
And
you are not being fair.
Because Upamecano
at Leipzig.
You are not talking about Upamecano at Leipzig. Bayern Munich bought him because he had the quality at Leipzig. But Bayern understand it. See, you can fall free Leipzig. I do about Bayern Munich. It means or say about appeal game no. Now about center backs and community born about Upamecano get about top 5 or so them. But Bayern this say about top 5 for Upamecano. And you are playing for an elite club like Bayern Munich. But errors or error prone. Jonathan Tan said that top level defender now obey here no at least our experience and give no a match check but how much was weakness or PSG one we in the laterals if you want ma they are maybe from attackers they are just like Robertson and Liverpool but Marquinhos and Kanim say about experience about Pacho baby you know on chere Pacho but Pacho na maybe the one my den pa Marquinhos also another error prone only pace. And what they said that you already Luis Diaz the year, at that level experience, you know, even so Obama that tight angle, no, while playing onside, error, and you can say as a center back of Marquinhos' career, a level with me. But two teams no be akwa so okwa goes for fun. And the no man no pe ball any J pa.
Yeah.
Money G say oh, ye nya goals, ye nya de pe bia. But game the no game here, Atletico ni Arsenal game. Because there are two teams that play with structure. They make sure somebody control the game. And again, the only can say, who is the PSG? So I check out more expected goals. And also, Munyan game. Now, Atletico Madrid performed better in terms of SG than PSG.
Really?
In terms of young control the game, no. Atletico Madrid performed better.
Okay.
two teams no coaches ni nyina no bia nim say ono so na ho odi defense oyire na achi won no pampia onya one chance bi the to net akọ yes and to make sure say no your structure and say net here you more according to your plan you monti wow onya Arsenal supporter onya Atletico de Madrid supporter our game now onya da unya him free but it was a game as a son number one the second leg now you will see a better version because say you be able to be like a semi final partner na ye per se na ye pen but PSG no see a na Bayern 10 results now you will come back and reflect on why Enrique no lead by 3 goals margin but decided to bring in Fabian Ruiz or a more attacking he warrants Emery free. At a point, I know I say control midfield, who control the game. No, still no person on more attacking option. And Fabian Ruiz by now, Mrs. Sabibia again. You should say more deficiency which no a baby.
So by your analysis, if Bayern Munich eliminate PSG,
it's Luis Enrique now
from the bench in the first leg, you know. No one can qualify in the first leg.
Only the 3, I just controlled it.
And based on your analysis again, you see Bayern edging over.
Baby, I drew no. I am more money born edging.
As a buyer, so a fear advantage, you know.
Yes.
But Kenny Hun is hard.
And you are born with a new venue. And Champions League is born with a new venue. Omo imagine, omo edging. Omo in the sense that omo imagine to elite clubs and say they can.
I say PSG to what boy.
My money aircraft 6.
So for you, Bayern or edge, you know.
I see Bayern qualifying ahead of PSG.
What about the Arsenal?
I let Coca-Cola Arsenal.
But you see, one thing about the Champions League, I said, Bayern go final. Team will be sharing the obeje. A PSG ba final. Arsenal ba. Me say Arsenal beje.
That's another dynamic.
Yes, that's it. That's how I see. Go me hear opponent ni nyina say PSG strength ya attack. Na Oshia Arsenal. Me who Arsenal strength, na me who weakness. In on any day, Arsenal goalkeeper it me make a difference.
Yes.
In David Raya. And I think this season, for me, keeper bien wa exceptional chain.
That game no more 1-1 cry.
Omoni Atletico ni is Julian Alvarez and Giuliano Simeone. On a good
this
keeper
season. This season.
I saved it.
Yeah, keeper bien in Europe this season. One exceptional season. The back line of the center pair, Gabriel and Saliba. Or I said the Omukata Omania, they know what to do.
Yeah.
So when so Bakuni one you can feel the presence. Say assume sini ho we were ho we no. So I still think say Arsenal go final no share PSG. Arsenal will live the Champions League.
But say Bayern.
But so we share Bayern Munich. Sa de na Bayern for ni nimye no. Ombesan to as
the Champions League.
That's how I feel.
For Andy the who say Arsenal no.
I let go Arsenal.
So I let you go Bayern final.
Go game na Arsenal bono. Omo bebo 2 games.
So Atletico Bayern final.
Bayern about 2 Arsenal about 2 games in one. Or Boape League aje. Was thinking about Atletico de Madrid game no on Tuesday. But Atletico so all performance will league in more match say omo no after omo lose Copa del Rey no card. He say omo concentration now is the champion.
Unim akesefo so patch say the last 4 teams now aka. Omo ma sign ATM for.
Yeah.
Sana akesefo. Anu nti akesefo yi ATM akoto baby no.
But for the
also the different dimension aba.
Over 4 teams in so ATM ya dey change Arsenal in terms of this competition. Because they have played in the final twice. It's 3 times.
In recent
in the European League, European Cup.
In recent years, maybe in the last
recent years. So Real Madrid show 2 times. I Champions League, I know Biana show. Who lose here?
Okay.
So
based on that, who say Arsenal?
Yes, because
you see ATM coming to Emirates to win.
Yes.
You see, and the Champions League, baby, I do. Teams no mobile home ni na no. Obian one venue. Theater of Dreams.
Okay.
Bayern, omo venue ho. Teams be break you in the Champions.
I think omo bobo sisi ya. Omo da for mana.
I'm 2-0.
The lineup now the Bayern.
But of course, you see, your Venus be your Europa. So we should be 3 and 4. No say may comeback usu. Camp Nou, Bernabeu, Anfield, Old Trafford.
Then Old Trafford.
And Necra Old Trafford. Old Trafford. And San Siro. These are the venues. Say
Stamford Bridge.
Stamford Bridge. So what's the 3? That's a team needs to come back. But your big clubs, they say Bayern Munich, via Chelsea, but the more venues no yet baby or more history in terms of comebacks.
Okay.
So that's why I'm make us say Bayern benya good season baby bia, but more venue no nye baby yehu.
Yeah.
My opponent. Time at Madrid, they just Champions League. Now Bayern Munich no question. Bayern ko ho no question. Bayern ko. But Madrid no eko ho no okoko peke draw or slim margin or ba Benabao anu abese ne bebrebe. So you get it. So me hu omo venue ni say ewo any significant impact to game we so. Nyasa anke omo be wie Madrid. Say Liverpool, Manchester United, ebia Barcelona, and as the Inter Milan and AC Milan, atomo prime, atomo peak. And then come on Bayern game no. Omo Madrid game no, omo born home. Come be wie Madrid, be 3 or 4. But look at how Madrid sign ko here Bayern until the red card the moment say. So their venue no, yes, they are playing at home, but I don't think say a significant advantage to the Bayern Munich team.
Well,
and until the moon is a PSG will say do what they do.
Okay. Well, enough of amononensem no. Say the bit Matthias fie. Yentin sifie na and the sifie no wi aye wo san na Ghana Football Association for no de krata bi ba bonte. Say hohoi for no musi omo league ne omo. Omo sa suspend omo edimoti omo 1 million omo famra me pemo early reaction then near Ura Kotoko no. Because Ghana Football Association for no etore bi a wudi omo achi a wan hye ho so obedi mpanyefo atemu kroma but ye be hye ho so na ya akasa. What's your reaction towards that particular publication about Bontin?
Blockman, the thing is that this FA is inconsistent. And I don't know if a double standard here. Since what Jai League,
yeah, in Suatre.
Last season, Mujaibo. Yet this type of punishment for Suatra.
In Suatre. And not this type.
So where from this inconsistency?
That's the problem.
FA, everyone should be baby Ghana football no be at one more ball 5 matches you because we jaibo.
But I mean, try one dream see ade be. So one say, what tick baby na nipa nsua ade a. Una wa reflect ade ama aba mitrim sesi a. Ghana Football Association for no. I say ye nsua ade. Nsua trade ye ni see no. Te say ye wo ka se bibia nsi no. Omu hu ne say hoho nso afrim. Bibia nsi. Until this time a hoho afrim no. Yemfa bibi say embetum na nske club no. Sa na ma dwen yem. Nti ase omu na to bi omu hunu de omu yesa. Seriously, this is one of what my dwen yesi so. Because obi abetima sorry aka say majai league no bo. Te say de wo ka say insua tre sorry o say majai bo. Bibia nsi. Nti ho nso say majai bo. Nti omu suro say next season I likely say be happen say next season. So omu sakoye any unfair ni oma. Team no struggle no any calculation who's ade no obowie na amu na in the best 70th hour no so be jai enu ntia or this statement won we aba no. So make your point.
Under this same FA you see our Ashanti Gold 04 Football Club, our Ashanti Gold Sporting Club, ubuso omo cheche omo chiro and understandable because Ash Gold in a way like some match of inconvenience with Interlies. Edimoti or momso mobo ni biem. And this same FA, Yakobo ball ama sebi kafrache abusuafo mfanche. Obi akwahwere ne nkwa. Ohwere ne nkwa wie ye no. Ya mputi improper measures ama team na enam so ma obi kwahwere ne nkwa on the stadium no. Okobo ball a ya attack no. Tono so ombo ni biem. Akodadi. Yaba another season. The other thing is that most of the clubs are complaining about officiating.
Officiating.
And there's one club and only complaints no you know. If for now share and Young Apostles has been consistent, especially with OMPR, Fira. There be all complaints. Everybody cry Young Apostles so they let there be but then them muka crab testing waters. And I no there. Now I say how United ama obi onye authorized Abewura Park and now matoto niema aba park so. Yama omo 5 matches ban. Man, 5 matches ban started with Dreams FC. and Dreams FC now ban start to almost no. Yeah, you how do my free how I do my ba near J Kraku. Maybe a vision bomb. So no na me bobo. Now how I for the bobo no dey omo say the FA has not been fair to them.
Sure.
Omo so agya ball ne ball. Akope baby atena. Now yenye two reasons why a league no ball betime agya ball.
Jaibo.
Obi tata wa obetime agya ball. We not referees officiating ni the FA ni ye won pa obetime agya ball. And
me jaibo at any point.
Yes, idea say product who product. Now the kwa abontin no more ton. If I say maami bi ton aduane we animu. Na say maami na aduane ye to aduane ni di no. Ye say aduane no maami first wo de ba na e kama ye say de wo sai won sa. Maami na ono nyo ni sika na de to aduane ni di na ya nto a obeboka no. O se na aduane na e de.
We.
Enti say wan ye won fon so antum. Na wan hwe say obe put in the proper measures how to be football ni ya. E be gu animu asesa.
Gu animu as.
Because under this FA and teams me and my body. My boy Ashanti good.
Yeah.
Where Jai Moses here?
Fire Rangers.
Techman City. Techman City.
Yeah. Lower ties na dey bebre.
And young kind clan is about 5 different clubs. Ni say the FA is not being fair to them. And football now yeah no obiara de sika na ye.
Obiara de sika na ye.
You must say FA no say nya buy na this sika buy and can you find no go sika na free. Now 10 million on Baba G free. Your friend is
for
honum. Omo beje in what capacity? Say 10 million now, 1 million now bind them out among family no. Omo in what capacity?
Huna no omo ye na ska no omo use we.
Ye ni kroma say na 11 wonders say nduom players ka. Coach kra ba boncha be ka say onu na ma na yire no aduane ma boys no mu di omo dada motom.
Hey, and the Ghana Football Association na nkasa no na meka no. Oka sensem no be kuma wan obedi mpanyifo na tem.
And you are saying kai 11 wonders boys no so ka say ball na duru ba wi omo so mo biem. Ana omo so jai ball anka wonders no so agya bo.
Yes.
Ba ya anya hwe ya mfa ho. Asam na e ba say ya ai say ball asuja. No friend sa na agi wom. Agi wom ni wi a afa no omo kwa ho say omo omra e gavin football.
No makuyi.
And I don't blame them. I blame the football clubs.
Football clubs. Yabeba so.
Because so kwa Congress. Na niema ye beye. Emra ye be shama ball na o do sike ba be shema ball. E be boa no say wan hwa am ya anye no. Now person will serve obi parochial interest in the long run e ba be affect you.
Because ya show bo akwantu me the chroma sa mentality no including ye nuanom centrofo
ni bi wan ka bi ama efi na
wan ka bi ama efa akwantu opportunity
and me da bi am ka say
mummy hwe ne nya ade ne ye ne enjoy
this ye ya me tia say nsem troni say football ni ya many beje
those days Steven Odro mo time no shila last time mo time no Kotoko ne has Ghana Premier League mu de
and don't say some troni bi an kon wan ntintini most especially mo mpese local boys ne bi nko Black Stars.
Yeah.
They are omo chiremu a they omo chiremu say local boys they go be M5.
Hi.
But go back 2004, 2005, easy. 2006. You don't even talk. Because quality no. And then why? Because the standard has dropped and one I'm not dropping is the FA.
Andy, my main taking quick reaction towards that. Asante Kotoko.
Well, na me hear GFA Premier League regulations. Article 13 no mde gina so a omda punish United, and that is withdrawal of clubs from the competition or matches.
Yeah.
Under that Article 13 makumako up to 8 ntimi kan, but ma menchire obibi a. Minim whoever concluded or minim what triggered the decision to boycott the league by United. One, any insuatema de no, omu ina ja league ne bope, but nsunsu kakra wo mi say na obi se ne nkwa
a stake.
And obi nsusu feel say injustice. But you know what? League na yebon. One way or the other, either say we are affiliated to the FA in a way, or you are not affiliated to the FA in any way.
Has an effect.
Or effect what? will stay or Premier League. And here 1. 2. So pay, so pay. Even clubs na kanina ye FA, yes, FA gurus clubs. Sana ya na ye kano. So we dey omo da nsuo num. What I say? Say clubs ni nyina te sa akra na. Na ye bo league ni obi bere. Meboa. Say ESCO members o ho no obi ate team. No nyina ba Premier League ni ye ba. Ye wi obi bere, right? Enti e was say obi hu ni say league na wo bo no. You put your proper structures in place. One first structures no angugu ekwan mu yie. Na wo te baby train third party mu a de de ba ne bi nie. Go and look at how Hoho United qualified to the Ghana Premier League. Young go Division 1 zone 3.
Kwan o mo fa so ba.
Yes. Intiana sanity. Et say de wo mantam. Na ho ye den kakra. Obi aya a osisi no mantam. Ba opie ba Kumasi a bia wo mantam bia square na se bia ba opie ba me ba Kumasi in the sense say wa ba main Kumasi na macho fo ina be hia no. Ubon say wo macho no enko ba bia. That is what is happening. The clubs omo Division 1 so obi wo 5 million Ghana cedis no dey only a club in Division 1 obetimi ya chinchim Division 1 clubs in Sabebre no dey qualify but over Premier League ni ma obi only 50 million Ghana cedis or club.
Yes.
So you cannot
compete
with them. So first no tia 10,000 in the demand referees. Amomoboa or Division 1 over Premier League ni ma some clubs are paying probably 50,000. Many evidence but I'm atiti bida.
Yeah. So
exactly. So I'm saying it based on the amatiti da. Me de yam phantom ho kra. Echire ho say you need to do better to stay in the league. United. Now the decision abai. Omo say for 1 million Ghana cedis ne bra. So mbetua so muntua e omo asem. But players ni na no, e mo bia floating. Obi akọ. Minim the entire me bisa say den ntina Hoho United when the two omo for so omunya league ne bo no e ho na me bai because the players no ye bo league ni we na Hoho United we ya team no Division 1 status obi pe which me turn Division 1 status as much as 1 million Ghana cedis or even more
what we adwen si ade
so add na one more league ni we because I can't 5 matches or 6 why don't you complete playing the league opa so league now more this is what you do because so
requires cash
exactly so obo matches no na ope kra men kwa away match
no
abebo home match because the GFA status no and regulations no kire say
of points
team answer na team bi ye be hu ye be you free league nim say wa jai ba na ye be ji watum say wa jai league ne bo no adisa matches to aso miensa 1 2 3 one ko ba consecutive matches then omu activate regulations no you free league nim unilaterally by the GFA so Hoho United who say be adu no o na say wow league na obo na wow ni ade a Division 1 status very important players ni bi kra betimi asa about Division 1 ope kra betimi aton players ni bi na what ton Division 1 status in the mobi so why do you have to stop playing the league?
It was a wrong decision.
A very, very, very wrong and worst decision, man.
One say it would be a cane. Asema okay. Afterthought, based on analysis, what consider all factors.
Exactly.
But it would be a muja show
on the akuma. I take a decision. So now, players declare Obia status free. Obia GFA, Oko player in coaching status committee. I know mama. Player be able to baby or PBA. But Hoho United, what do you become? If any character say muno, also good ya. So fines are if in the ma for misconduct in the money now, they have to pay. So if they don't pay, what it means is that the directors of Hoho United, no one of them can run football in this country again. A bit to Wilfredo Sekwa Abra ton player. At the core, I think it's Joseph Pencil, right? Doing normalization. Not if any penny percentage. According to the FA, Dr. Kofi Amu making sure say they evicted him from the FA elections.
On that grounds.
Of course. Ebianka Palmer FA president and then Kenya because he was the strongest candidate.
So that Ketokwaku all of a sudden emerging
Exactly.
Full story.
It was because of Palmer. Palmer was disqualified.
Palmer.
And a Palmer cheater for na ket kosrema ye de vote no man.
The man.
And no je na na mponsa de kan in the runoff no de be ye if president.
George Free ball.
Kakra or the real George Free. So one league now fee say Premier League no mo sisi uni ade a team no amanfo ma e na odo mo ye. Amanfo ma and what for more bo e be a coaches near other things. Consider them. Facility. What we qualify on status or home venue no. Mo ye ni ye disc realm ni nyina akokwa. Mo bi am blame the AFA or the disciplinary committee. I agree perfectly with them with the decision. They should go and start from Division 2.
Was the GFA fair to them?
For me, they are 100% fair.
Any time was about when we go into the story proper. Now Andy reflecting on that. They wasn't like more even a good hearing. They wanted to appeal. When you go to the nitty-gritty of almost story now,
you see,
Massa,
and
there are more opportunities.
So don't stop playing the league. Continue playing the league.
Accepted.
And now upa and na me scenario no. Home game kokobo, away game enko. Now you 3 points. The game itself 3 points. And for team no. Next home game no abebo. Away game don't go.
We are not encouraging this, but it is unfiltered.
Of course, se ubeye sa ubeja league anybody enkafa ye.
Yeah, encourage, but
reality
near
se ubeja league anybody enkafa ye we. Because uwe we na the ombeya one say aye fine, right? So if anko match ebi away game you expect one ma you be fine. Fine, be fine. I think it's around 5,000 cities. Normally 2,500 am home team for preparation. You didn't go. Now you tell 3 points. Our accumulated points. Ni award the match 3 points in the team no or bar park.
Yeah, no unfiltered. In the no and the game no 150,000 Ghana crown.
Why don't you play? Now, you see, until I do baby, I'm what. That is why me how
decision wasn't come
how decision. I am yat. You go him. RTU no worry.
Opportunity.
Yeah, Ghana han RTU no worry. Or relegation. Uncle match players to say. Omo 5 months, right? Until Omonko Hilary Adabo money and that things. Omo for Division 2 players na bass move from Tamale to Dau. Yeah. Akobo Dreams match. Emi yesho omo saying. Say 7 or say 8 or say 9. Yeah, na omo status. The GFA status in Premier League regulations on the final. Yeah. Who say ya demote no? You cannot demote them because it's said the one match.
Until you cry Division 1 status.
Exactly. So how are United? Division 1 status no betimi ato. Odopa. But matches ni we I'm telling you, there are certain things me pese make but you know say
high unfiltered.
How can say league no mbo ebi ono obi o match no can say ha ye benye obi obefa ba no behind ba some players no to bia na mom amoma ko ball
because points are 7 year can
obi per points so just be there and compete with the Mumbo League ni matches na can then also be break na was an combo league no so the way na no for 2 consecutive seasons you started with 18 clubs you end with 18 clubs
it doesn't good
as a sports person as a football connoisseur as a somebody in the game one matter 11 wonders so it means me supported the local league and it say ya and made the decision no I support it with 100% backs of cement. I support the decision
but based on the Chichimo they
Mumbo League ni
they didn't consult
him. But unim 2 clubs. They are owned by businessmen
and also bem into their own kind of crown. Okay. They said the old catch sikani say, "Hey, na cars be very good. You don't bim go Uber."
And Omohune say they have entered into the game to help and build it.
Yeah, and now who say
who say said messy airtime like any kwan so almost say almost sika and omo bibi akwa
that's
so says can you know he will not think about who so PFA president now and manager how the day on fan e ono ni team
they are taking
on na appoint it is for when say decisions be go ohun say enya you just good team no
but Kenon so chemu say at least in Division 1 status we bet ma ton club no
we the Omo League ni we was a football no me ton me Division 1 because team no we free premier yam fan go Division 2 you remember Division 1 with your players
na Ken what say ade omo so omo de be no de omo ye ne dey
Say
Hoho and say omo ye
say no, according to the decision, over
for na angasa.
Say
we know minimum run but
okay.
For a year
Mm.
you know you
Oh, of
be
course.
minimum run on fambra.
Mm.
Say na or say on Ghana football no need Ghana football need live piano. Matese or person the academy.
You know why?
We here Ghana football
Of course.
we academy.
Oh, academy we say football na say.
Academy GSO.
Hey, then Ghana again.
School.
There be
Academy
GS.
GS.
Football association I say because we beton player.
Academy.
Hey.
Players be wo krom ha. Omo academies. Omo kwa brochi a GFA line mu. Munim says others.
Oh, you see, wo kwan omo fa so GFA ka ho.
GFA ka.
Yeah, it is said there. Obi this small goose be every baby abese anko baby. O ka say bi obi anim ho hwe a. Yes, obi anim ho hwe because enchi obi a. But you cannot tell me obi anim ho hwe. Obi na eja ama na.
It's the academy crowd.
Yes, academy no. And just say bi anya ball na obo. So obo ball nko an de a.
GFA
say GFA na say. Go academy say Ghana ina they under the Ghana Football Association. Yes, untimi nte okay, you wa hey. Say academy ni atia. You cannot untimi ton player, untimi transfer player from Ghana to even Togo without GFA knowledge. Enye ye.
Etifo.
Enye ye.
Academy never.
Yes.
Still na academy.
Until academy krana, yes. By academy, but oh yeah, academy ninja bi also sandi no.
Yeah, also said you know.
Until ombe sorry na bia, but these same directors cannot do the academy.
Yeah, of course.
Because no ya ban mo.
Ya ban.
So go to sika ni na.
Decision.
Until this decision is a wrong decision. So me this prime committee in the verdict no I can ya na say they did well. Not because Ubeka say ni amfa we anye we no.
It is serving as a huge caution to others. But the
say your league. Team Ben or Ghana referees in one.
But young call for no. I was say you see
I know.
Jeff, you know there are lapses.
I know there are lapses. Me if you know say
okay lapses are
so much.
Me who say
understatement. Yeah.
Yes. They know whatever they are doing.
It's serious.
A calculated attempt.
Serious.
The omu ye bia ye born na ye born wa han. Who say who born na ye born na. The omu say a scripted league na ye born.
Obi ka che say league na ye be ba the obeje no munima like obeje adi.
I've been hearing it at first na menjindi.
Me first na menjindi
but there are some games who say born na.
This year there was some kofu energy league no.
Yes.
Last season there was say we energy league. This year was a we energy league. You better see.
Yeah, so you know and America no it's a bass and no so e bebrebe but so
Oboli decision
league pa na e Premier League it me see team be na Ghana referees mbo anada
of course
teams na Ghana ni nyina referees abo omoda omu nyina referees asisi omoda and you know why me for my ball kaka so
coach
no I said as an administrator.
Okay.
It is a football no yeah we do baby referee be on ma utim go sia no e be oba o venue.
Yeah.
Na the way e be on ne be fa so arena game na bom no. E be obeboa because your records we have on records that some referees at some point in time were involved in match manipulations.
Okay.
Because the announcers expose gave us this evidence. Go back as a referee ben. So I'm using that as a scenario because that time na me ebo. Eti referee bi boa ma o we ni match. Na okwa away.
Tina o referees maybe we video.
O say
maybe we video.
Omo na video ni yi omo.
Na Ghana for ni bi.
Ni omo. Omo na video ni yi omo.
But I araho sem.
Na sa okwa away. Now uko hu say the same referee e na ebe do match na o ye masho.
Yeah, now you must so.
Because when you be a ofa so any ni di boni bi no unim say saa na
obetimi ni obi akosese ho ayi.
You get the point. But maybe at that day ko obedi no friendship there. So referees they are human beings. Some of them make genuine mistakes. Some of them too and I'm say oye nipa no okobai. Niam be fa nani so onye den ohunu. So on them chen. But say referee decision kwa mo bi njai bobo. League there be. Even say one game prior to say Senegal dey final ni ade. No pa you go be say Papetia or Mone Senegal if say the decision to walk off no so almost anya opportunity be say bona they will not do it. Omo will say sabi I don't know no and you see so how the CAF decision disciplinary committee the buy appeals committee 10 years. You see, now appeals committee, they went overboard. The trophy should have still been given to Senegal. But Senegal no man be a 5 years ban from CAF organized competitions. Or 3 years. Huge ban. Because I didn't see, will never happen in any say European elite competition, but it will never happen in world stage. Be I say that. So you give them about 5 years ban. No man can appeal near to so about 3 years or 2 AFCONs. No more 2 AFCONs, but don't keep on the trophy. But so the trophy no be kase obi mfa ngomo obi de. Now I say everything. You get it. So I don't know to United should serve as a deterrent to the rest of the footballing community. Ufi say if any mpewasem league na obon is uni adia enye jaibo bo wie a na why the obey. But say we take a decision say mo build there. Yes, say a league, because for 2 consecutive seasons, you started with 18 clubs, but you're going away with 18 clubs. That alone is a bad image for the footballer.
It's a big snare on the Ghana Premier League and football in the country. Sure. Sports journalists, we are stakeholders of the game.
Exactly.
And I say almost radio so sports for no nimdia or ho but Ghana Football Association. I say my okay.
We are stakeholders when we are on our radio stations.
Of course. In some sports journalists, for instance, in some
stakeholders here kasa already so they
but to avoid their okay video a bia ebekwa ko pie to kroku phone so esco members ebehwe to avoid their year ken Andy you bet my idea ba ko pe to care about this but I'm saying Ghana Premier League 18 clubs sa obeba league ne ye be chance bia we can have a surety or security money obiano odi baba betu $1 million, $2 million. O club no. Enti sa u free ma usika na hye. Club no you sure say ya league na do sa level we a. E have some points hye. No matter the consequences or ni sika we twa sika bi. Enti sa sika no. Sika na o twa o dey bo Premier League no. Obo season ni we a ni sika. Unlock it. Into there are measures. But Ghana football for now almost na bibia na tembia na AC na happen.
Nazo, you see, point now raises here. Yeah, club licensing department. Me maka. So ball no be year started with the club licensing department.
Ya good your mem.
So licensing department no. E ho na the okay na fall under. The license for the clubs to participate in the league. Ejina niema ben niema benso. Ye ni bibia. The here ne say wakonya park. Ah ball no.
Stadium bibia.
Na wanya players awari and wanya coach. Asa. Coaches ne kra no. Bi mu ho no ma o makoje coach be license na omo dey register. And na omo dey coach only license gina touch line. And omo dey a coach. So oko baby e free baby financial fair play. Ko baby I say free baby 1 per 1 rule Spain. Compete me jai
EP of honor profitability sustainability.
On compete me jai say team bia ska o pe bia fa hyem.
Unu aketoa mintwa wa no. Unu aketoa. Obobo ma brekum Chelsea. No o aduana.
Yeah.
And o call loan brekum Chelsea. O say na ye match the 28 was a one.
Okay.
And omo ko ball or Samates. Omo ba na akromfo. Na de asa.
Yeah.
Ye league na ebo no. Sa GF for no yen hihye ya. Team bia akoba away game a. Team no ogoso da baby a okoba game no. Ni kwan so osima na adwo no.
On paper ewom say clubs ni no so mtu kwan na adwo.
Enti we no. Say how do any club no who GF no won hihye e na be make mame nche wade bi. 1 million Ghana cedi na wo chema o.
Yeah.
Say sika no. Eye wo GF no na akofa say sika na ba. You make mitigation. Say sika na me dey ma clubs no. One make arrangement for club no 17 away games no. You book hotel amamu dada. With that money you. Enti wo foresight ah. Sika bi say but you don't give it to the clubs directly. What they are making arrangement for that. The other can no jema mo. Enti club no be ya so den say onko away. Obe say sima na adwo na hotel ne yabu ko ma odada. Enti also order. Club no jana obe sim
Unim.
na obi Dominic Frimpong akwu kwa because we sima na adwo.
Na salary nso ndru.
Meanwhile, what's what confess ka dia wuram. Scan nipa no nim de oya nsuo no ebugu a wo a onim nyansa ne direct.
11 wonder say 1 million omunya bi.
Omunya bi ba no muntia.
Coach na no aduane.
So ohu. Enti wo ye GFA, you have to ensure say sa arrangement we nyina no attempts can now dey ama no.
Na so unim. Efe no aye say yemfa ye na na opem so onye example. Ye nyina ye wa ha sei. Ye na na Asante hema da ne benkum so no. At a point I did na na ekoba mu ne ye ka che obi ase mo obi ampia abonte.
Yes.
So in this case the FA is opem so. The league clubs ni ye
Yes.
opem so asase so.
Yes.
So the rules
and also the
say ye kwa congress na set rules ye wo rules and regulations dia. Na league na ebo na ye obi dia. Me na me wo basase. Ana mo so baba so abaye adwuma. Ana me si asase na mo ba so abaye adwuma no. Ade baako mienu miensa we na wo sa mo ye no masase ne so.
Simple.
Untimi nya no masase ne so a emma masase ne so.
Simple.
But it's say FA no, I don't know. I bet for ba obenye we.
I don't want to odwen ho. No agya o mo no mo
selfish and parochial interest ne edidi etrim. Esi obey niam straight no. Na straight na do obelusi.
What no where you feel am. Because in say we nyina can I don't think say
yeah. But you know something on the moka no. Sebi impreduasa. Me nkae abusua yawo. Nso atre na poli efrim. Adaroma. Pole oye efi busuani.
Dabi.
Team na odi akire ko ya sa to renchem no to no. Eye efi team. Adaroma dabi. Sabe Dominic Frimpong dey atuni. Menye so say esco member bi sabe na eye ne ba. So they don't care about these things.
They don't care.
Yen na ye cry clubs a ye run no. Na sabe impreduasa. Edru niam bi a yen apply common sense in our decision making.
All right.
Matches be Ghana ha. Division 1 matches, division Premier League matches. Okay, Premier League in there, you make sure say NDR night has started. But Division 1 matches be where team started 3:30, 4 o'clock, 3:45. You know why? 3 neighbor bono. Now there's no security presence at the venues. And if Nasha say at least Division 1 there and got 10 police uniform policemen should be present before the start of the game. 3 in the bono. Most at times the home clubs now duty so provide security no. They've not even sent letter to the Ghana police. Because almost
take care.
So etina me kire say yen na clubs ne ye di ya no ye na ye di teams na echi tu kwan no Kotoko ekobo interlies right no mo ba no benya nkwanhia anadwo ema ibi mu free mu ya reho sem sabe if any be free mu inti clubs no have a big role to play. So clubs no time a pole incident see ya Kotoko House of Oak and other clubs e kabo mu say we will not play the league no e ba cho ye bo league Ghana. Say, when the clubs are organized, the FA is toothless.
Yes.
The clubs not organize it. No somebody fighting for a common goal. They'll make sure the right things are done. If any nisibia. So the clubs no a sudie kese. I saw mo ye. Yes, you place a person blame FA no always. Me jitum say FA no anyama ye so mo ye. But ye have say blame FA no always. FA de biana. The adema ye blame FA1, blame FA2, blame FA3. Ya how no nko bia we cannot solve it. Until obi on ma asem tell keto. We cannot solve the problem. We cannot solve the problem. When we keep on blaming keto, when we keep on calling keto, say ayo no na eso ye we na eso ye we, we cannot solve the problems. The clubs
from the club.
The clubs na eso am starting because who nim that say Ghana sabi ya kwan kra nya papa.
Master min twawano. Clubs now can say start from the club. They do too. But akumi you ko say a na victimize you.
Yes.
You know that stories.
Yeah.
King Faisal, a large group.
Yeah.
And the stories wo ho bebre club ba ku mienu sore na o kaso be fight system master
so the problem is don't fight the system.
Don't fight the system.
Do the right thing. They are two different things. Do the right thing. Okay, me or club. My imagine say me mean to kwanajo. I'm protecting my own players and my employers.
A team like Brekum Chelsea, a team like 11 Wonders.
Yeah.
The teams now more I'm not sure they have that financial muscle to be disciplined about their own canon. Apart from Asante Kotoko, any house of folk. Omo canon, no, your portrait now, want me now. Over 2 bars, no. And I don't know, want me emblem club, Nessa, oh, here. And also, the other na bars, say, or cottage man.
In Tina America say, baby, if you no name, Penifon was should ye say, the regulations should be there.
Regulations to be there.
Ntina wo ka say be start league.
Sikano. Seed money be 17 away games.
Sikano de aban ni anka say o de but say de it say aban ne de aba if you na je ache ne de a.
Eya wuli.
Obi kra je ne de. Sikano ba ya director na bi e de ka o.
Enye government straight to clubs.
Okay. So it's a government to if to the clubs. And I me say Sikano ba ya no. If club owner be or the car baby, or baby and the business be maybe or two so baby. Kaba, the machine or not the control machine they go to.
That's the reality.
Because I don't know yes, that's
the reality.
And to children is okay. We are giving you this money, but we are using the money to do this or that. Because you don't know how or fast around in the club.
As someone no.
Ni business our no. Ebi asabe oton kosia. Ana odin kosia ni sikatua ni players ne ka otim da run team na be do Premier League. Wusi sika ba. Sika no memfa ma obi de ko we. Obeka jo say obeka say nkosua na team na wa raise bedu bebi adu no una o man iska man dey ya na so give the money to them they will use and teams ni be je omo de na omo the players ka omo ntua
you see that
me ba so dem can notice enti say league ni start say be ya the club licensing regulations no should be say okay ansa na obi be Premier League we status no ba ko say benya 1 million Ghana cedis e dey ato
simple
1 million Ghana cedis ni say e bedu ba bi na e say undua players ka na ya de the coach players na ka
no
on the chen so some regulations in there yeah e say ube ansa na bobo league no now they aba that is a requirement for that one I agree 100%. So there should be requirement licenses should come with extra responsibilities. The status of the Premier League should not be just say my Premier League are qualified na me bebo derby. I was say about with responsibilities. Ebia ye league aye bon Ghana league there. O qualifies over but just say 1 million Ghana cedis. And yet they would for the status of your club. Uri and what they are somehow. Now the call baby. So ya nya sa nya mani there. Ye bebo bon de bia you know and one thing a way league in crisis here and say born de be even some of the players are manipulating the games. Some of the players
because of a common answer.
Some of them maybe a common edu some of them also I dream bonny some of them players ni be o match be no team. It is not the club. Some of them ebi o clubs no ebi o players na nkasa. There was a Division 1 league game be toja or my team no dey or read that no matter see all the points in a man go Division 2. Me one FA a competition department will be friend. And we were discussing the game. No, because I game way I'm catching say, my friend, that game, team no no. What is their motivation to compete? You have no motivation to compete. Inti sane beba.
Okay. Sane beba. Ya me yatamre ko. Ba Kotoko. See you no matter say Papa Bibo. Hey, Asante Kotoko. You rapia by 3 now.
Yeah.
As a Kotoko no. Kotoko me see be no more but time na kedusa yemfa de aka na nye Asante Kotoko.
Okay.
Sa manager ma me be 10 minutes or so na e ko 3:10.
Okay.
Because Kotoko nsem na ya na no ehyi. Ya titi bebre.
Yeah.
Ya titi bebre. See you but to be wrong honest, me the delay now say ya appointed board since February. I didn't see na management member. Na YouTubers see tantro ma fo digu YouTube. I bet a new twist. Asante Kotoko see you so na empty. I didn't tell you no more yes. Never my filler what the name. My name is my filler.
No kre ni say o chan be meeting because so mention.
Hey.
and then I me Andy Neneba. Carol, right?
Sina Sunday.
And then Nipan say, yeah, inviting woman, yeah.
Nipa na ye be appoint ni CEO na
There be meeting no mo kwa din ko
ono timbi
ono no ekombi na or say meeting e be decide who becomes the next CEO of the club.
Kashika.
Na ono no wo update but me need the permission to mention the name. I'll just keep it. But Ochina, that is per be nipa ne ka kire me an ye ba. And one thing a woman here say, when him say Ghana Premier League a bon. Players are media mape, Brekum Chelsea, Ebeto, Diana Stars, Beto, big clubs in Ebeto. Omato Ewi.
What you do so next season?
Omato
Ewi. But crop ya Asante Kotoko.
There's no coach. Okay, I'm starting here. There's no CEO. There's no coach. No basically technical team. Players are mbeko di omunim. No more mbetena no. Omunim. And no more mbeba omunim. At a stance now, I can confirm to you, say Atapoku, CEO of Diana Stars. Players are next season or don't be Jumano. He has started giving them token.
Yeah.
Was starting maybe mu tokens.
Fill up pan we yet. But say Diana pe baba yeah.
Enti udo so u bisaba u share baba ya bisana. Ebia momo was start onye token kakra.
Yeah. Enti ane ade.
One player Samotene do token. Yes. Even the head coach to coach Diana Stars, it's about 80% Samobuadu. Nkomo akoso.
This time ya na chance you.
Akrabi watachima.
What I say? This attacking Liberty Youth, Zakaria. Oh, Diana.
Zakaria
born your mom you.
It's only a matter of time.
I see.
Say na Kotokone has here. Kotokone has. First, no. Yemo league we e na supporters not to play a team. Yemo league we no aba. Enti Kotoko sisi e. You see, me can't wait with so much passion.
Yes.
It's more beyond to step they're making. This board here mobile.
James Osebra board no.
Menya na nyom na eba.
Why?
Menya na nyom na eba.
I say the oma bury o.
Aye. The entire menya enyom na eba no. Say. Some of them no more we part of Dr. Kwame Chei board.
Yeah.
Say no krese nya no kre. There were rumors. So Dr. Kwame Chei no otu kwan ema yese board bi nipa bi mu kwatena sen komo pass vote of no confidence.
Yeah.
I feel one point
the story behind the stories.
So say mo be fa Kotoko team this year e bia faction bi e betena nchen baby. Kotoko ehia all hands on desk to perform. 2 board na by we since February awoka no. I was a CEO obeba no. So mo announce ye kura ma appoint no. No was starting year adwuma.
Odi ni nkomo okukwam.
Kotoko team no beyond nipa miensa nipa 9 management. Kotoko should have permanent staff of more than 20 members.
Very true.
Permanent staff. CEO kwa omo ho. So CEO enya de na pam CEO and board ye guna. These members, permanent staff should be there. Accountant, marketing officer, communications director, and a lot.
Yeah.
These members should always be permanent.
Constant.
Sir, you will be a friend to say, be an Najumano form an idea or Nyadi and BB misconduct be. But they should be there. Chelsea, Omotoma, Todd Ball in name one woman. Omopamobia. Oko offices na a year Jumo.
Various departments.
Juma, those departments in a year Juma. Offices in a year Juma, marketing department a year Juma. Enti Kotoko de yenya board nya ifri hope. Na ye jiri from board to even the last person. No, football clubs are not run like that. They should be permanent members. So say Kotoko team I can only mention one permanent member. That is Richard Akoto. On no on side jobs in other business. I don't know. But on open moon is a permanent member. Kotoko CEO should be paid. Kotoko CEO also apply job no. And I say headhunt na mo fano. Mo man a task. Mo also did obey me diaba. That is a CEO as a Kotoko fano. and found so a AFA member or not an AFA member. A Juma no ben and Ampansa came and delivered at Kotoko. Yenim only AFA issues are never. But he did a very good job. He won the league. The Kotoko so many siwa. Or then ne vision and ambition be to na ebe align with Kotoko.
Yeah.
Ni etua ne kabo some. Now I find permanent management. Now I find a coach. Find assistant coaches in technical team. No my year juma. Da ben na CEO ni aba appoint no. Da ben na CEO no be find a coach. Da ben na coach no nso be ba no ni CEO atena se. No ma oh ye pe player A ye pe player B. No ma start year juma.
It's all
Emre ne ko. Emre ne ko. Emre ne ko Kotoko CEO ni wa emre ne ko. So nana penkra ne beto aso.
As the CEO.
Se siwa monka ebia maka che ne yebie yenim. Nanka animanimu ya league ni bebi aye boy. Ni start to player. Players ni bebre ayo madwen say when you contact them. Send the contract crowd with a local club running out of at the end of the season. To say Kofi Agboshima money other players. One say some of them Henry Ensumi na contract running out. Oh no more kasa. Players no contract run now. Only be more kasa na kasa bia. Charlie team go say on fee local club here for now.
Yeah.
Omo first target, omo first option here.
Outside.
League offer somewhere. Say no amfa ansa na we consider the local clubs no. Enti Kotoko no baby adria see you announcement maaye e bia no ma point ni say the make and e bia yenim e bi kra start adwuma suma say but what we know there's nobody. And it's a big blow.
They haven't settled.
Media mama started transfers. Eduana mama started transfers. Into Ntebe na Kotoko beto ana.
Serious.
And Emma Remfi say, "Mprempren ya ye womu yi. Player papa bia o Ghana wonim bo bia no. Ni team ntono ma Kotoko. Eye no kre. Yenko media ma. Niye media makra de Kotoko ntimi ntoni players see because no na ebeje league no. Na wakwa Africa nti ono be that on player ma.
On.
Bibia ni Gold Stars. Samota Kumi. Abrochire. Oko Bekum Chelsea. Say bia ho no be kwa kofa because IMC no 3 years with Asante Kotoko no. Omu feeder club ye Bekum Chelsea. Bekum Chelsea na mom players. And Lagos City. Nti sisi ayi. Ebia na clue, o makofa clue. But Kotoko
clue ko no ko Bologna.
Yo.
Abrochire.
So team ben wo de kire me player bi nations ana. Because some do too kwan.
I know the obeba.
Nanya nansa no call your trials be ba.
No Sheriff there no.
Nkra no ko mo ko na amfa de ya na afiri on person mo ba.
Ntia no. Ntia kire say and amount on be kotu no. Sika no kra wa he. So you best
you should come early na kwa
be sre na yesrew.
And where do you address the board?
You see, I'm addressing Fikesiem because I'm on the board no buy. Till opem so die. Onananom.
Yes.
Onkwa so. Ye board dia na ya boy mu ase. Ye best rew say board na o de Kotoko ahye o munsa no. Se Kotoko no sebe kona anye yi a ya na e be kan. Ko wudin ye bo. Ti ye best re se ka kire board ne say animanimu ya no omonkeka omo ho. Ewo Kotoko dwumadi a omagye no. Omo ye nimdefo omo dwuma bi a omo ye bia na ayeye. Nti ebesre se sa nimde na omo de ye omo nwuma na ayeye ama omo abefa Kotoko no. Omo mfa sa nimde na meye Kotoko so na Kotoko nye den. Enyeye. Na Kotoko no be ye a CEO a omo be appoint no. Board no ye besre mo se mo appoint CEO na nya se Bosome so ana CEO no di mo e de check chase mu for check so okwa ko jiska betwa dabi mum CEO ni sika say $1 million a na mo dia mum CEO no onya ne budget for the season famra say be so $1 million a mo say $1 million na ni CEO ye diska na koto bank A wo ye signatory yenso ye signatories enti ye ma okwan a ye yensan ye kura wuntimi nyiska no de Bosome so na CEO e pese okotua players ka oye ne bibia wi a no de aba we ba cho players no Bosome e bia 500,000 na mi ko ye tu omuka ma sign no nso assign no wakotua sa okwa we a obo homa sika bia obehia no mote ase a mo sign no wasign simple no wakoyi Bosome afini nyina so a na CEO na bebu nkonta kire mo board no say $1 million a mo de ma me CEO no me the league aba, me the FA Cup aba, me the trophy we aba, me the way aba, me to play say, me ye say, dia can in faso a woman we so ente sa na si board na sampo musika run club no said Dr. Kwame Chedi no one bottom sika run team for 3 years na obey board executive board chairman no run team 3 years conflict of interest beba conflict of interest ne ba team ne be san akofom and winim me your board member na matua bi 100,000 Ghana na ye da befa blogman Nazel se be bokotoko na waba na coach ma umbobi na mfe coach ma blogman mo ball no coach no ode ne baba no mfa ne mo
conflict of interest
because me na mtuaka
so moving forward all these should be avoided.
Entina me say they should hire a competent CEO CEO or vision CEO betime si form e de kotokodin akosere bibi de aba de kotokodin akwakoje adwuma de aba nam onfa ne yinto ne budget for the season na board no mo go pesika bosen akra mfama no.
Okay. Time no.
And yes, how they are.
And the quick one on Asante Kotoko CEO nsensem na.
Blackman say obi fufuro bi o de beba sa board we mu na say so obi obesua e board we. But this is their last time and now their last chance o mbenya so be manage Kotoko. God the first time ye nyina ye hu bi. Ebe wi ase ne mpanyifo esi o montum agufi wa abonten. Adefo omu ombi bi di omu business se koso bidu ba na Kotoko nti na obi a hu omu ntwom na amakotena chire 3 good years ana opem so asan dia mam se mon san mra biem na mama ye mama nhwe and the fact that odia mani pam yansa so mma nhwe no cement the position say any ensem etiti mra bi atwam na ya ampa enti se na obi ye na mo so ntimi nyam na mbetimi aya de amamo ne 2 months ni I know up so be candy or pay the free one match them and about appointee CEO you don't mean kwa bonte keke no confess CEO bi ad naba o be CEO a won susu goals or objectives the amount no opem so be ma obi won susu as a board mo me nsam wo mo de a o be se mo de Kotoko go through a certain level and you confess CEO a sa objectives no goals now no and also the CEO no and also make sure CEO now o kofa no adia na opese onyama no betimi aya ama Blackman we mu yes kafo anya de so betimi atena se da bia se omo ye Kotoko eno nti na ombe hia CEO and the CEO will be run the day-to-day activities of the football club adia san Kotoko be den e beto players be didi e be sign contract e be kwa abonti akopɛ sponsorships CEO na be because empanyfo nyina obi a won adwuma ye ontimi ntena se da bia anya sa ade enti unkofa CEO bia keke emfa ne ma and Blackman and come on ye di nyina is about football club I be manage you can be the best CEO company bia we mu adwuma just like board we ba first time no mo omadwuma mo ye successful but mba ye hu de mba ye Nana Penka is a chartered accountant onima de pa but football na yina bo in 3 seasons you want a football na yina bo enti okofa CEO a football no oba be so at least when you be kra no o se wonya obi a football na ankasa wote ase bi
football inclined person
yes onimu no osan wom da bia menka sa asem wi football na so ofo obi am na be CEO a fa de onimu no osan wom enti wi media ma James Asirifi ko ba bia ni Go Stars kwasi adu hwe Samates Nana Kwame Edmonaka the past 3 seasons you na agile omu nimbo nim na omo san wom ubetimi animbo nim na wunim
so you should be a football person.
Yes.
Professor Semna otitene na aza wo yere bata.
Da binya menti obi e me they didn't they say da bi asere na wo ka they didn't da bi e bi ba bonten.
But key points
but,
in this particular podcast
yes,
they say
na
meet because
yes.
Yes.
But also omunyo obi a me da bi a
football person.
I talk about competency.
Football person.
Enya namfosem. Because board we problem on face pa ya namfosem. Namfosem nti na a football club Kotoko no and Zamalek mo and Ali mu na yepe. When was the last time a Blackman what say Ali coach Edwane Egypt
Coach Prizozu
say Ali coach no Edwane
Prince Osu de menam kaso nko.
Ah.
Because coach who ye adwuma na club de letter ba say we letter no kan an chiraze ina say we incompetent.
And he also
Say you be appoint a competent coach in at the end of and I said just the one your competent. No, what to say? Me but what to say supporters say, oh my god, a training grounds ho baby say oh bye. No only abusia.
also.
So I told I told him me man can't gender, but I said it on my medium say uncle otiminka no so betie me a mo city numbio uncle.
I think that was the best advice.
Bablogman Kotoko supporters no omunye hash nche Ali Zamalek. Let's not lie to anybody. Kotoko supporters
I don't so
omunye hard.
there are differences.
Ali Zamalek.
There are differences.
But omu coaches ni nwane.
Yeah, there are differences.
No muko coach.
Omu nwane.
Young call for yes some
Na
way.
And Gani obey Gani nyina na say na board ni nyoma just on bepam no.
But based on results
Onya de so empese pam
no mo pam na at that time na why na be coach team.
Yeah, pam da bia.
Because him your head coach no ma pam no. And almost assistant coach nye step in coach. It is a step in coach in so kwa. Why you
this is in Chelsea pam coaches.
But they almost high own when they sack, they replace
Liam Rosinia and Akalu McFarlane na be fair. Some Prince Osu or no one say McFarlane no one say Prince Osu kwa Hamza bet my
it is a McFarlane no so cause yeah supporters no go pam McFarlane
Prince Osu enwane a wanwane anko yuka and all track record
onye so dwane
we obedwane akọ
oko UK wanwane
and we dwane ko UK enti wanwane anko UK na anko that's why man it means come akọ so aye adwuma no us munim say samo sake na Hamza bet my adwuma because us akisi to now the Prince Osu replace na wa anya hwe
but on say 4-0 na so bia sorry am 4-0 ba Kotoko drop some 5-0 Ghana Premier League
coach
that time na Kotoko birthday emeboa omo kwa brochire kwa bobo friendly matches ombedu that time na team be free ha ko UK akobobo intensi Kotoko bobo matches na ba na drop some 5
it's all good advice now the man was one
me them I told him because he has family
yes
Prince Osu family ebi mu abrochire ni ade na wo de ne bate UK America na say no of asibi obeti say coach or co-trainer supporters be kwa akobo no
team no say Prince Osu abusuan for the akwa kompam on because the post match cry and the pre match yeah the pam coach because coach because say what ball 2 days 48 hours e ka che say na wo bo first day no see e be hye ade action so still out na wa me
and yeah it's been another hot edition on Afro City Extra the Unfiltered Sports yebesa atena se yewra week no ma Champions League ne yebo yebesa abetena se na ya all the post match analysis ne bia meda kenase na mada Andy Carroll central for mienu every Fox FM and no mo join here ha no ye bompa say after the Champions League task ne be we ya yebesa sinkonya na yehu the way forward meda me executive producer Mr. Lewis meda na sebebrain and meda ahwefo ani obibia se enti se say no ye de besia but final remarks Ken final remarks 30 seconds
we'll do this more
we'll do this more but Kotoko Ucl no ye me be 2 days 3 days never ba now 2 weeks
okay so the next time my macro I would give you
my filano
memo update the minimum say na board no de they wanted Nana Amponsa.
Okay.
Team West ni board no wanted Nana Amponsa.
No master.
I know said there are meetings.
With a meeting we
they met Nana Amponsa either him or his entourage. Me person can ye but na ebi mu nso mpese Nana ya obeba. That is why I didn't come up aba no. Yeah, until
next edition yet na say na dia bre. Andy Carroll your final words before we sign out.
Mama, you're not ashofo ni etifo ase. Na yen kan che o say enkwa ne panyin say enkwa ohonkwa dia.
Yeah, you beba more.
Sure.
We are going to have more excited editions. Men so me ginem Afro City Extra adamwase. Say invitation e buy no mo make no right on point. Ya di djuma di ene besia din no e Nazil Hamza obetimi afra me the blog man aha e Afro City. Me wie ma djuma
aka
Call on time.